Well, I don't think any of them got taken to court. He settled, I think, all of them out of court. So he's not a convicted harasser. But I mean, if you give somebody money to just say, let's not talk about this, and it's pretty much kind of like admitting fault.
Oh, that kind of like really dampens the fun on the joke.
On the meme.
I was like, damn, that was like one of my favorite bits.
Well, I think that's how we'll start this session off. Just like, yep.
Oh, really? Did we start rolling? It's just like we're just ruining one of Jack's favorite bits. We did it live.
All right. Let's go to the stop. Oh my God, what are you doing? What? No.
Doing what needs to be done.
Oh my God. Stop.
See, I don't care about your health total because I have a immune Fiora. This is a battle of attrition. And I'm gonna win.
All right. There we go. I think that's good. All right. So, if you are just beautiful, if you have an extra device, can you watch the live stream and just let me know if everything's going according to plan? Okay, cool. It's fine. We're just gonna do the gamble. Hey everybody, thank you for watching. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is our highly produced and extremely well mega edited and high production.
Like we're all totally professionals and not a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, we are doing the thing that we love, and yeah, we're gonna have fun doing it tonight. This is the Nobles Saga 1 of their story, episode 15. And we are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Everything you're going to see is live storytelling. I have 2 different computers in my room, so I'm looking everywhere, and I wasn't looking at the mic the whole time I was talking. And then I think my web camera is over here, so it's just going to be wild and crazy. If you're under the age of 14 and you're just tuning in, please go and talk to your parents before proceeding tonight, as you will likely see content that is inappropriate for you. Awesome. I've got background music. This is great. What else do I need to cover? Oh, we're playing in a homebrewed world of our creation. It is the world of Ilderon. If you want to read more about it, I did some work on the website the past couple weeks. You can Google search Ilderon Tales, and we should be the first couple results on all of those links, and you can read more about the setting. With that, I think we're good to get started. So, last week's episode was flipping massive. I think it was a 4-hour episode.
4.5!
Yeah, we went ham in the... How would you know, Rob? How would you even know?
I did the recap!
I'm kidding. Well, I mean, you did the recap, but you were also there. Alright. So last week's session started off on the 26th of Noble. The party was inside of Zenith Rise, and they were all licking their wounds after a big battle that happened. And let's actually turn this down just a little bit for myself. All right, so yeah, the party was licking their wounds after a big battle the night before inside of Zenith Rise. They went to, it was the next morning after the battle, actually. They went to the feast hall to meet up. Okay. They actually went to the feast hall after the training yard, and they went to talk about their upcoming adventures. While in the feast hall, the group jabbed Asuandria a little bit about the discussions that she's had with her mother about the Oathblade and about what love is and romance. And Asuandria got very embarrassed and walked away with Maria. The group decided the next thing to tackle on their list was finding out what to do with the Oathblade that Asuandria had been presented with and returning it so that Aiden could go home Adenaean is the diplomat from the region of Demon's Door in Ardorian, who is currently being harassed in the capital for her demonic heritage, as she is some strange type of demonkin. That's what happens when your mother's a cultist. Moving from there, the party decided to go and find Asuandria and talk to her. Asuandria was packing up stuff to get ready for the trip. The party apologized for making fun of her and talked a little bit further about the Oathblade. After discussing the Oathblade more, Asuandria was told by her mother not to make any decisions out of political motivations and do what she felt was right. And that the way that the Oathblade was presented, it was kind of rude that it wasn't presented in person. And a lot of people have been treating Asuandria like an object. Asuandria seeks to repay the unkind deed with a kind one of her own and return the Oathblade in the earnest face-to-face fashion that it should be rejected in, rather than sending it back with a messenger. From there, the party was, well, not the party, Asuandria was summoned by Reyna, and the party chose to follow. They noticed that Reyna had scars on her from the previous night, as Reyna was being affected by the same corrupting magic that Maria was being affected by, as far as the effects of the battle were still lingering. Stradora, well, I don't think Stradora tried, but Lumilia couldn't remove the effects of the magic, and it was determined that a more powerful spell was needed. Reyna called Asuandria into the Diviner's quarters to give her a lesson, as it appears Reyna has had time to have research done in between the cracks of everything that's been happening. Researching more about Eshis's quest for Reyna, or researching more about Eshis's quest that he gave for Asuandria, Reyna determined that the place Eshis wants to send Reyna to, or Reyna wants to send Asuandria to, is likely not a real place and is a demi-plane set up to be some sort of trial. In that, Reyna taught the party about demi-planes and some of the spells that can create them and some of the magical effects you can observe while you're there, and gave the party basically a magic lesson. The whole time this lesson was going on, the party got to learn how lessons and interactions typically go with Reyna, as Reyna does not let Asuandria speak in her presence and oftentimes warns against it, saying that Asuandria's voice is like a weapon and should be used only in moderation or when absolutely necessary. Asuandria, being a little bit of a cheeky rebel, agreed, but didn't really seem to heed that part of Reyna's words, as she's been a little bit loose lips the past couple days, as she now has more friends to talk to. As a punishment, Reyna assigned a heavy amount of studying and labor for Asuandria. From there, the party debated back and forth the merits of Reyna's words, and Asuandria, who has always been incredibly well-behaved before hanging out with this bad group of teenagers, said that she's just going to walk through the town. Nobody can really stop her from leaving the castle. She doesn't leave the castle because she was told not to. She's going to walk through the town and not say anything to anyone to show how much she can exercise restraint. Upon which Mechalor the Snitch was, or Mechalor the Narc, immediately informed Reyna. Reyna came running back into the Diviner's quarters along with Ariana, very terrified that Asuandria had left. Rather than letting her go about her wild plan or chaining her to her room, Ariana instead invited her to a meeting tonight, the convocation, or the Summit of Leagues. And the summit was a the summit is a chance for Asumandria to get out of the castle, but rather for everyone else, it's the opportunity to elect a new magnate or give the chance for a new magnate as Ariana is still breathing. That said, Asumandria agreed. The party commissioned some items from Anderson's father, and then
The threats of fate.
Yeah, Lumilia, and actually, let me make sure I write that down on your card. Oh, Anderson's father, not Alexander's father, because I do have that on your card.
My dad.
Yeah. Lumilia and Claw went to find Freen, as they were aware Freen was carrying a spell of greater restoration. After asking Freen to come to the castle, Freen was able to cast it on Reyna and restore all of her, or rather get rid of that lingering corrupting magic that Corwin left on her. And Freen was not hired at the castle. Did make a good little bit of coin working there for the day. From there, the party was also invited to be a part of the entourage of Ariana Bertolf. This happened off screen. It wasn't actually recorded, but I gave the party 2 loot points as they all got decked out from Ariana's armory and quartermaster's area with bling bling of their own to be a part of a proper processional. Heading into the Summit of Leagues, the whole party was accompanied there as Ariana recanted how young she was when she first attended an event like this. Or rather, not all of the councilmen were there, but the leaders of the different councils of Ardorian and the leaders of the different leagues of Ardorian were all in attendance and awaiting the different candidates to make their way to the stage. Ariana and her processional made their way to the stage, soon followed by Weston, I almost called him Weston Bertolf, or Weston Rendell, who is the other candidate for Magnate. Weston and Ariana each had a brief moment to make their appeal to the crowds and make their claim of the stars and the principle that would guide their leadership. With that, as this was, the oaths were being finalized and this was being discussed, Asumandria and a lot of people had the realization that in these events, by the Dawn Oath traditions, anybody can claim a star, and if it appears, you become the magnate of Ardorian. With that, Asumandria wanted to lay a claim. The councilwoman of, we just decided this. The councilwoman of the Dawn Arbiters Council, or the vice administrator of the Dawn Arbiters, who are the people who basically decide and interpret the Dawn Oaths, denied Asumandria's claim. When denied by a noble or when slandered, you can challenge that noble to an honor duel and try and legally claim any rights that were denied to you. Upon which the vice administrator, after being challenged by Asumandria, the vice administrator named a champion, which is legally within her right. Asumandria, who was only oath-bound to family, was not able to name the champion that she wanted to name. And on the spot, Lumilia proposed to her in a legally binding oath. And Asumandria accepted it as Lumilia opted to fight the honor duel in her stead. If not Lumilia, it would have been Weston, as Weston is married, well, not married, but engaged to Asumandria's sister. And let's see, from there, Lumilia proceeded to just barely lose that honor duel. As trading blows back and forth. Although a slip of the tongue, Lumilia asked for the honor duel to be fought to the death, and the lady refused to kill Lumilia once she was unconscious. after she refused to kill Lumilia, the vice administrator asked anybody in the audience and the chambers if they found fault with this decision that the champion had won the honor duel. Everybody in the chambers was silent as they agreed, it wasn't worth killing Lumilia over, and that the lady won the honor duel, except Weston. Weston's said as long as Lumilia was still breathing, it was hypocritical of them to claim tradition and laws when they pick and choose which traditions and laws they want, and that Asuandria should be allowed to make a claim. The party argued against Weston and that they were fine with the loss, at which point Asuandria also withdrew her claim as she didn't want to contest it anymore and didn't want to potentially risk Lumilia dying. As the discussion and semantics were going on to discuss how the leadership was going to take place for the night, a third and final member of this petitioner, or rather of this summit, joined, and Eldrick Bertolf appeared at the top of these chambers and made his claim for the star Matherin Reese, and moved to stand on the stage. And we ended right there. So I don't think anybody has anything important to say about this, so we'll just time skip like 3 hours.
Yeah, sure. Fine.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, Willow
Cool.
just
It's 3 hours later.
threw something at me. All right. So what we will do, we will pick up right there. Let me get some appropriate music. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, you are very welcome to. And I'm going to pull up the relevant.
Are any of you gonna
NPC.
dramatically hold me back?
Mhm.
It depends how far you take things.
I don't have the strength to.
I don't know.
You are a heavy child.
Heavy child.
I legitimately don't know if I'm going to try or not.
I guess the question is, how much do all of us know about him?
I mean, I know enough personally to get snippy.
And we know enough to make sure you don't open your big mouth.
Yeah. Base knowledge, I'm going to say everybody knows about Eldrick Bertolf. He has the Bertolf name. And he was a pretty prominent mercenary as far as... Ooh, I don't like this music. This isn't good. Let's go with this instead. He was a pretty prominent mercenary inside of Ardorian until he disappeared into Alone the Guy. That said, a lot of people don't like him. And there's a lot of whispers and things that go around about him of if he, betrayed Ardorian, or not, or what he was doing in Alone the Guy. Well-learned would know a lot more. That's base knowledge everybody has. And anybody else is welcome to roll history checks.
I could
that
roll
said-
a check. I do
Oh,
know some
Well,
other
let's
things.
see.
Rob, I did send you messages on the Discord server about what Stradora knew. Did you see those earlier this week?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you're allowed to just say your character has that knowledge.
I need to double check.
Yeah, as far as Alexander, Anderson, and Claw are concerned, I'm going to start from the lowest to the highest. Let's see. Alec Anderson, and then I need Claw's card. Okay. Oh, and Kenneth. I guess I'll start at Kenneth. Yeah, Kenneth. He is a mercenary. Mercenaries get bad reps. He does. It's the Ardorian tradition that your story is what you're able to achieve. What you do with your blade is your legend. So lots of Ardorians choose to become mercenaries. Not uncommon. As far as Anderson is concerned, Anderson, he was a mercenary, but he also was employed by a Lil Nagai during the Lost Fire conflict. And he did pick up arms against his own country. In so much, some people dismiss it as far as, mercenaries, it's still weapons. Other people hold it against him. As far as Claw is concerned, Claw and Anthony, you guys are going to have access to the same knowledge. He was a mercenary in the Ilderon army. Well, actually, I'm gonna tier this knowledge. He was a mercenary in the Ilderon army. A very prominent Ilderon general threw down their arms and declared the war unjust and left the mercenary army that was being formed. And in that mercenary army of Eldrick was promoted. As far as Anthony, for Anderson, you are aware from your little bit of studying in the chantries and with your father that the person who Eldrick Bertolf replaced was Kiris Matthew, who is now revealed to be Galesong, the Father of Storms. He was a part of a Lil Nagai's navy, had the opportunity to be the leader of this war, and stepped away from it. When he stepped away out of that position, Eldrick took his place. And that is the knowledge everybody has about Eldrick. He's a mercenary who picked up arms against his country, got promoted in charge of a mercenary force, and then the reason he was promoted was because Galesong abandoned posts. All right. So as everybody is watching, Eldrick Bertolf is going to take several steps down the stairs into this large open amphitheater. The whole crowd and council's kind of staring at him. There's an air of silence as his boots clack, and he walks up onto the stage. He stands on the back of the stage in the middle between Ariana and Weston, at which point he looks to the vice administrator and says, "Continue." The vice administrator is going to say,
Continue? The audacity of this traitorous, breathing any of our air! Magnate, you couldn't lead an army of Ilderon, you traitorous bastard! The only reason you're the favorite son is because your brother's dead, and even then his corpse has more honor than you have in your toes!
Alexander, can you please get her?
Alexander's standing there behind Stradora with his arm crossed, backing her up.
Anderson's just utter, shocked. Jaw has just opened. Not that I don't agree, just more like, I can't believe you're doing this in front of everyone, sort of look.
You shouldn't be guiding underneath the Starmug Theories, you should be guided into the crypts buried its name.
All right, let's just pull this out right here.
How much does he hate Fedora? Let's find out.
Rob, Eldrick is going to turn his head towards Stradora, and he's going to say, "Age might dull some swords, but I can guarantee you mine is just as sharp and as swift as the day I cut down 10. No, we're not going to say 10. We'll roll a d20. 11 of Soyes's finest generals. You want to be next?"
Debating it hard. This might be where you have to hold me back.
Right.
Oh, so you want to do an honor duel? That's rich. I'm a little Nagian and you don't have any honor, but I'll send you right to the bridge, you old
No, I'm stepping in now.
Thank you, Anderson.
Like covering her mouth, and it's like, sorry. Very sorry. She's had a little too much tonight.
Contested athletics check.
I knew this was coming.
That is why I didn't want to do it.
All right. Stradora is grappled. At which point, as Stradora is grappled, Eldrick is going to turn his head and look forward, and he just kind of goes, the vice administrator is going to look to Ariana and say, Your Majesty, please contain your procession. Ariana is kind of like eyes locked on Eldrick.
Claw's going to clear his throat for a moment and say, Eldrick, if your guiding star does appear and you become magnate, what is it that you hope to do in terms of being ruler of Ardor? What is it that you plan on doing and changing if you do make it?
Eldrick is going to... Eldrick's gonna like smack his lips a couple times of just chew on his bottom lip in that way that kind of like old men do, like that kind of like grandpa lip rub before he speaks up and say, way I see it, our army's bigger than it's ever been, our nation more united than it's ever been, our coffers fuller than it's ever been. I was promised conquest, and that was denied to me.
So you just want war?
He's going
Hey,
to...
Muffled Stradora is basically saying, I'll give you a war.
Like, please, not here.
He's,
Listen, I agree, but like, he will kill you.
yeah, he's going to nod and say, "It's our Ardorian tradition. We fight, we bond, we fight. Those who don't bond, those are the ones we fight."
So let me point out this point here. You are claiming that you deserve the throne under the star of nobility, under the idea that you will lead us into great wars and battles, just so that way we can have wars and battles and say on how many people we've slayed, and slay on how many, and brag about on how many things that we just kill without fully thinking about it. And yet, when we were originally founded, I believe that those battles were not only for us to thrive and to prosper, but for us to survive as well as grow and learn. Am I not correct?
He's gonna shake his head and say, "Talk too damn much. We're Ardorians. We were hunters." He's gonna turn and look towards Asuandria, and then to Ariana, and says, "The way these things always work, if there are cracks, people find a way to hide in them. Somebody's after you, somebody's after my family. I'm not gonna sit here in castles and defend myself. I'll burn all of Cedar down."
It's although
Wildly.
Go ahead.
I will state this one last statement, is that while I do agree that traditions and honor is great, there is no honor in just going into war randomly without wisdom. You grow from what you learn, not endure it just because you lost an opportunity. I don't think you should be a fitted. I don't think you're a fitted ruler if you're just going to cause war without thinking things through clearly.
Well,
And
that's
from
not
what it
correct.
sounds like, you are not thinking clearly. You are thinking for greed and what you desired from what you were promised and not given because things were handled differently.
He's gonna smile a big toothy grin and say, "That's why it's not for us to decide. I've made my claim." He looks towards the vice administrator, and if you deny me,
I bite
I have my-
Anderson's hand.
Ow! I guess I'm going to continue holding.
Fedora can recontest that check at all, or if she wants. But
I don't suppose I could do a reckless. Oh,
Fine.
Otherwise, he continues and says, "If you deny me, I have my right to an honor duel. Otherwise, continue with the proceedings."
Claw will
The
sigh.
vice administrator is going to pull out a cloth and kind of wipe her forehead and say, "Well, yes, of course."
Claw's going to stand up.
Can I insight her?
Yeah, go for it.
Do I sense anything with my passive insight between both him and the
I
attendee?
demand to be free.
What are you trying to figure out, Anthony?
I'm trying to insight to see if, because to me it's weird that when Ostoandria put in her claim, she instantly denied it without a second thought. But this person who is a known traitor to the country puts in their claim and she's fine with it.
Because Eldrick Bertolf breaks the system.
Yeah,
Ardor's politics are all predicated on when disagreements happen, you kick each other's ass. Eldrick Bertolf's a traitorous bastard, but he's also like Ardor's greatest ass kicker. Basically, nobody in this room can touch him, so he gets to do what he wants.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Stand up and state, I do challenge you to an honor duel.
Son of a bit.
Why does everybody take my things?
You know what? I let
Fuck this entire
Sidora go.
country.
I let Sidora go, and I have my hands up. I'm just like, no, fuck it. If we're gonna be stupid, fuck it. Let her do it.
You know what?
Sidora is free.
You know what?
I release.
Fine. You know what? I'm done. I'm just like gesture, like wide gesture to everybody in this room. I was brought to a nation of heroes, and all I found was cowardice. When all of you find spines, you can come find me, and I'm leaving.
Eldrick is, as you're walking off the stage, he'll say, "I'll take both of you on."
Sorry, Mom. Can't help you with this. Can't help her with this.
I'm gonna spit, and I'm just like, even if I win, I don't gain any glory. So you can have fun breathing.
All right. Claw, you have challenged Eldrick Bertolf to an honor duel. You are attempting to deny his right to claim a star here. I don't think you have that authority, so let me take a second for myself and just think about what happens here.
I want Mero to be in the audience to go, oh no.
It's like Mero's here. It's like, no, please. He's young. They're all young. They're all stupid.
I'm scared because it's not if my dad is in the audience. I'm expecting my mom to be in the audience.
And then again, no, your mom would be in the audience.
Yeah. And so as you challenge him to an honor duel, he's gonna step forward, unsheath the longsword at his waist, and start just twirling it about, just getting his grip on it. Hunch over a little bit, getting ready to leap forward. before the vice administrator is going to speak up and say, well, one, does she know who you are? She's going to say, only the arbiters of the Dawn Oath can deny a claim. Upon which, I think this stage has seen enough blood. These are our traditions, but in some cases, it is meaningful to move away from them in the matters regarding senseless bloodshed.
This is
In
not.
any case, his oath, or rather, his claim will be allowed. She's going to turn her back to Eldrick, and
Oh, that's not smart. That's where he stabs.
I'm ready. If he does anything, Claw will try and do a disarming attack on Eldritch if he does anything to them. I want to state this now.
yeah, she's going to turn her back to Eldrick, and she's going to mouth to you, take the lifeline and sit down. It is not very stealthy. It is, however, soundless. At which point,
I
Eldrick,
know enough about his. It's like this is not the man you fuck with.
yeah.
Claw. No.
Eldrick is going to put a hand on her shoulder to throw her aside before she grabs it and says, "Your claim is allowed. Now, please take your place." At which point, if there are no other disagreements, we will discuss the division of power for tonight. As it seems we have 3 candidates who will be residing inside a Zenith Rise. Protection will be needed for the Magnate, of course. The Magnate's going to step up and say, I remain in control of the guard captain and the knight captain in the castle. No additional resources will be needed for me. The vice administrator is going to say, well, of course, we'll need to have protection for Sergeant Rendell. Weston is going to wave his hand and say, my detachment from Nazran will be staying with me in Zenith Rise. No additional resources. Finally, she turns to Eldrick Bertolf. Eldrick is going to shake his head. And she nods and says, all right, any lasting orders or decrees that are found to be against our traditions or to betray the ideals of our nation can be overturned by the any council of the League of Oaths. Command of the League of Arms of the Royal Army will reside with the League of Arms for tonight, and the League of the League of Trade will take over management of the day-to-day taxes of the city. Otherwise, all other executive powers will be split amongst the 3 of you until the stars reveal their plan in the morning. With that, I declare this summit adjourned for the evening. As she does, the different councils are going to start chattering amongst each other. The Nazrim forces following Weston are going to proceed off of the platform as Weston looks back and says, I'll see you at Zenith Rise, Your Majesty. Ariana shakes her head. And she's going to stand up. She walks over to Eldrick, Oro following closely behind her. What does the party want to do?
Gotta go find Stadora.
Burn this entire nation to the ground.
Why
you
do you
find Shadora
care?
outside with a torch and a handful of hay, looking at this building. I'm kidding. Rob, Shadora started leaving. This is a big building. I assume by the time this is adjourned, like if the party's running, they're going to catch her in the doorway. Who all is going after Stradora? Just so I can make sure I'm not skipping over anyone.
I'm going.
Okay.
I want to stay with, since we're part of Ariana and also Andrea's procession. I'll stay behind to keep an eye on Eldrick.
Yeah, I mean you're not going to be able to do much more than Oro.
No,
okay.
but
That's fine.
still, if anything, I can get also Andrea out of there.
Where's Lumilia, beautiful?
I'm gonna stay near also Andrea too.
Okay.
I'm engaged right now, so
Yeah.
Stay with your waifu.
Kenneth?
I'm going after Stradora.
Okay. And Claw.
Claw's gonna stay behind, keep an eye on Eldrick and everybody around, he's gonna be remaining quiet, seated, but, casually looking around, just seeing if there's anything going on. And with the insight, I was asking to roll insight on Eldrick with my passive, or see if I could catch anything with my passive insight on Eldrick during that conversation. Did I pick up any lying from him, or like he's withholding information?
Passive insight? No. So the way, I would tell you if there was anything happening, but the way I take passive insight is somebody is essentially attacking it with a deception roll. So it's active insight to try and learn specific things about people, but yeah, nobody was lying or doing anything.
Okay.
As far as the groups, though, we got a half and half split, so this is good. So since Stradora stepped out, I'm going to give you guys some time to roleplay, and I'll handle that group first. Kenneth and Anderson, you guys catch Stradora in the doorway. A little bit after you guys, you see Nazram, the Nazram forces walking. Not marching, but walking towards this large doorway too.
Okay.
You guys are together. I'm gonna say you guys have a good maybe minute or 30 seconds before they're there, or walking by you.
Hey. Sada!
Walk.
Sada, wait!
Stomp.
I just
Power walking.
Aggressive power walking.
Strador just keeps walking?
Yeah. Fucking,
Where's
I'm
she
mad.
headed?
That's a good question. Where would I go?
I don't know. I'm just kind of following Sadora, just going like, can you stop for a second?
Why?
Look, I know you're mad. It's understandable that you're mad.
Actually, no, not really.
I don't know. We kind of cut her off on her thing, but it's like,
No. What I mean is, Dora, why do you care?
What do I care if that man gets to be magnate?
Why do you care about who he is, what he is, or anything about him? You're not Ardorian.
I'm
He
a
isn't
little
your
Aegean.
problem, and he's not your problem. In fact, I remember right, he worked for your country.
He betrayed all of us.
I mean, I knew he kind of betrayed. What?
He was a corrupt man appointed by a corrupt light. And only one of those is dead, and I wish I could fix it.
I mean, I agree. The man's a traitor and definitely shouldn't be leader. But also, the few battles we learned in history about him, he's the type of man that cuts down entire battalions single-handedly. I don't think that's something we can handle.
I think you're getting you're getting full of yourself. You're thinking you can take him on.
Did I fight him?
No, you didn't.
No.
It's a good thing you didn't.
It's like you bit really hard into my hand.
There are not words that can properly describe the insect that crawled out of a hole and just declared his candidacy for magnate.
You're incredibly patriotic, aren't you?
I mean, I'd be concerned. Like if he becomes magnate, it's clear that he intends to just declare war on anyone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you know why Eldrick Bertolf isn't general of an Ililnagian mercenary army anymore?
No.
I assumed he killed them.
No. What?
I don't know. Continue.
He was relieved of duty after it was determined that he was a traitor.
To a Lilna guy or to Ardor?
Yes.
Okay.
My dad outed him.
That's why it's personal.
And he tried to become the leader of... Brandon, real quick, he did try to become the leader of the standing army Ililnagai now has.
Yes.
Then he tried... Sorry.
Oh, no, I was saying, what's her face? Kenyara might have been appointed on I forget the word for favoritism.
Nepotism?
Nepotism.
Yeah. Kenyara might have been appointed on nepotism. Kenyara might have been appointed on merit, but who knows?
Might be a little bit of both. Certainly not like a bad choice. Like, wow, nepotism's the only thing that explains this. And then he tried to become the leader of the standing army Ililnagai now has, a position held by my mother.
He failed at one, trying to get to another. No, I see where you're going with this.
He's self-serving.
Please don't try to kill him while he's in the state.
Oh, trust me. If I ever killed that man, he'll see me coming.
Make sure that you won't be incriminated for it.
Oh, I intend to bask in it.
I mean,
It's not against the law to crush insects.
I didn't hear any of this. Anderson, we didn't hear any of this. Anderson, we didn't hear any of it.
I'm so,
Isn't that right, Sir Dora?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just. I mean, I'm sure there's a legal way we can kill him.
There probably is.
Yeah, you can challenge it to an honor duel.
Exactly. Unfortunately, Sir Dora's good. She's not that good yet.
I think all we really need is more training, better equipment, possibly. I mean, what are the odds that he becomes a magnate? Like, really?
Who knows?
Well, given the entire week, given the 2 weeks that I've spent in Ardor, probably yes. That's the most dramatic tension. I mean, literally every gathering we've ever held every gathering we've ever had has gone exactly the worst it possibly could have in the given moment. So
It's like
Let's
Here I
see.
thought-
Against
It's
us.
like murder attempt against Alexandria, a demon attack, Eldritch Bertolf turning Ardor into a machine of war. Yeah, so
We are 2 for 2. Yeah.
really, unless a giant rock was about to, unless one of those guiding stars was literally about to wipe this country off the face of the earth, I don't see much worse that could happen.
And we're just about to leave town too. Ah, geez, that's a shame.
Depends on when we leave. Are we leaving before or after decisions made?
Unless
good
we're leaving
question.
in the next couple of hours, probably after.
For now, we're gonna have to deal with him being alive, and all we can do is hope right now. Hope he doesn't get his way. Hope we don't have to fight. Hope he doesn't just drive our country into war after war. And hope we don't have to see him again.
Oh god, that'd be the best part.
Unfortunately, if you were right, Surdor, and things keep going bad, even if it doesn't go his way, he might be back.
Well, yeah, but if he comes back, then he would be a traitor, and then
Oh yeah, no, that's
executing him wouldn't be an issue.
look. Honestly, that way goes the way Surdor wants, in which he has plausible deniability.
But I mean, if he does become the magnate, it's like I really don't want to fight for a man like him.
We'll get to that when we get to that. Right now, hope and wait. Wait and hope.
All right. Fudger doodles. So I'm gonna assume
Language.
it was. Sorry. I'm gonna assume you guys were having this conversation walking before you finally slowed down and stopped. The Nazrim people would be walking right by you. Does Weston have anything to say?
I don't like the fact that he and I have the same hairstyle.
I was saying, here I thought like having Niatin become the magnate would be an issue, but I mean now that he's thrown his hat in the ring, I don't see it as bad. I mean, I still wouldn't be happy, but
Yeah,
like I would think I'd rather prefer Niatin over him.
Weston is going to speak up, stopping before Stradora, and he's going to say, Princess, I think there was merit towards your words, and they carry the words of bravery. If somebody didn't notice, or if somebody didn't know at first glance, they'd think you were Ardorian. Yeah, the truest grit out of anybody in there.
Watch it, Buster. You're already engaged.
He is going to chuckle and say, yes, I do hold an oath blade, but I can assure you there's nothing romantic about it. It was clearly the best choice for both of us.
Sure.
Um,
For one of you, maybe.
At that, Weston is going to, guess he'll just nod. Oh, well, actually, before he goes, he's gonna say, also your friend back there, the one who fought the honor duel. If she ever wants some lessons with a mace, tell her to come find me.
I'll pass along the word.
And at that, Weston and the Nazarian forces behind him are going to depart. Let's.
I'm gonna wait for him to like get out of earshot and then turn his doors. Like, you will?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to tell Lumilia that Weston thinks she's bad with a mace.
This makes more sense.
Hi, Amelia, your sister's fiance.
Your
Wants to show you how to
brother-in-law
wield a mace.
thinks you suck with a hammer.
He really wants to show you how to swing around a mace.
Really show her how to work the heft.
All right, so let's jump over to the other half of the party. Ariana has walked up towards Eldrick Bertolf, and they are engaged in a conversation. Her Eldrick and Oro. Oro standing behind Ariana. Behind Asuandria is Jalkin and Flunk protecting her while the rest of the servants wait in the seats that were set up behind Ariana, or rather behind Ariana's chair as part of her procession. What are you three doing as this conversation's happening?
Claw's listening in on it, trying to
Alright.
see if he can any deception, deceit, and any of the things that are going on, especially from Eldrick. Also
Give me a
trying.
perception check.
All right.
Beautiful. What's Lamilia doing over here, sitting near Asuandria?
Sitting, listening.
Okay.
Not to die.
Asuandria is going to call over a couple of the servants, and they're gonna have like wet cloths and stuff that she is helping wrap around Lumilia's cuts and bruises.
Claw already stabilized me.
Yeah, you're stabilized, but I mean, you were just dropped to like.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it makes a statement. You'd be bleeding in the middle of this hall.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like you're stabilized, but you're
Yeah.
still cut up, pretty bloody.
they're cleaning you up.
It makes a statement.
Yeah, you ever seen like the aftermath of like a cage boxing fight? Like you look like that. You look like the loser.
Yeah.
Look, I fight for what I believe in, and I believe in Asuandria. Not really.
Cool, but your face still looks fucked up.
I want the ESPN interview. Just like, yeah, we're so ahead in the first round. And then they Sean, were you holding? And it's like, do you want to fix your jaw? Because it's kind of hanging.
It's like your jaw is just a little too far to the right.
I'm just kidding. With
Someone
you.
want to
Alright,
pop
and
that back in?
finally, Alexander. What's Alexander doing before I go forward?
Alexander is going to be standing by Aussie. And just he's gonna, be paying attention to her, but he's also trying to focus in on what Eldrick is saying.
Okay, go ahead and give me another perception check. All right, and once I get that perception check, I will move forward. All right, so Claw and Alexander, as Asuandria is patching up, as she's patching up Lumilia, Asuandria is whispering to each of you, occasionally going between writing on her tablet in front of her and handing you guys like the notes. Basically, she's just like talking about how scared she was and how what her thought process was on the claim. And as she's like doing this and trying to as best she can hold this conversation with you guys silently, with you guys not even paying attention to her, that's going to kind of just interrupt what you're able to hear of this conversation coming from Eldrick. As far as Claw goes, you are able to, I'm pretty sure you have the observant feat, so you
Yes,
can
I do.
see Eldrick's mouth moving. Ariana's back and Oro's back is turned towards you. So you don't know what their part of the conversation is saying, but ever so often, when Asuandria puts down her tablet, like you see the words Eldrick is saying, "Oh, let me roll a percentage check, and that's going to determine how much of this conversation you get. Oh, hey! All right. So for the most part, you can infer from... Oh, and Lumilia's listening too?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just was having trouble with the touch screen.
Okay, cool beans. Yeah, and Lumilia is just completely phased out of Osaandria, just like, look, patch me up, whatever. Lumilia's already put in her share. It's Osaandria's not pulling too much of your attention.
Yeah.
All right. So, for the most part, Claw,
Mm-hmm.
Eldrick doesn't wholly feel great about his involvement in the Lost Fire conflict, as so much as he is telling Ariana, he was a pawn. He's not going to be used as a pawn. He's going to go and kill everybody who might be trying to cause like the next big disturbance. As far as Lumilia is concerned, Lumilia, you get bits of this back and forth conversation. It's incredibly shocking to Ariana and Oro that Eldrick is even here. Just you hear them whispering back and forth, and I'm wondering if I want to RP this or if I just want to tell you the information. Wait, what's up? Yeah, okay, cool. So Ariana had a deal with Eldrick, in so much as she didn't want to waste the resources at the time going after him. He was exiled for his treason, and as so long as he never picked up arms again, never worked as a mercenary, and didn't come into the capital, he had a decent stipend and a cabin out in the woods. At which point he has betrayed their deal, and Ardor is in a much different position now. And that is going to look like a very different thing in the morning if Ariana is still Magnate.
Why didn't we stop his request based on him being exiled?
Anybody can make a claim.
It's a stupid rule. You need to rethink your.
Here's the problem. Anybody can make a
denied. She was denied, but she was denied through the processes of their politics. Those processes could still happen for Eldrick. It's just so much as nobody wants to waste the time fighting Eldrick.
What court?
However,
Well, no one wants to get their ass beat by Eldrick.
What court do you want to send after him?
Yeah, it's going to be a very different story in the morning should Eldrick still be in the capital and his star not appear. They go back and forth for a little while. Finally, before Ariana is done with this conversation, and Eldrick is going to huff off past her. He moves, as she turns, he moves to shoulder her. Oro stepping in between the two of them, placing a hand on his shoulder. Eldrick pulling his shoulder free and moving off of the stage. Otherwise, that whole encounter is pretty much done. Ariana's going to walk back to the party. She'll look to Osaandria and say, Osaandria, collect your things. We're going back to the castle tonight. At which point Osaandria nods. She looks to Lumilia, and she's going to say, there was bravery in your actions tonight. Foolish bravery, but bravery nonetheless.
That wasn't bravery.
Like,
That
So,
It was worse.
oh wait, I'm not here. Never mind.
Oh, Willow, you're muted. You're only coming in through Brandon.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's intentional.
Is it hard for you to hear? Because I can. move
Yeah,
closer
she's
to you.
very low. I can barely hear her.
Okay, let's beautiful do this. And
Rearrange.
yeah, can you come closer to me because I'm.
Hey,
Yeah.
places.
Yeah, we're sitting on my bedroom floor, so it's interesting to figure out seating.
Let's see. I think actually my Discord signed out. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You want to lean against the bed?
No, my cord won't make it that far.
Oh, okay.
It's
Hmm.
fine. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
there's one right here. Okay.
I figure if the alternative is Weston fighting for her, it's better I fight and lose.
Ariana is going to nod and say, I have left the nation to govern itself these past few months, but I should be more in tune with the needs of the people. It's actually quite amazing that Marlena was able to get the summit together so quickly.
Please don't mistake my intentions.
Mhm.
Me helping Osway Andrea does not mean I support you as magnate.
Oh damn. Damn.
You are the best of the options, and I respect you greatly for your choices. I'm just doing this to keep Osway Andrea out of it.
Say that last part for me.
I'm just doing it to keep Osway Andrea out of this.
Mm.
She shouldn't be magnate either.
You say that?
Yeah.
Andrea is going to look at you, surprised, and she's going to say, "Did you throw the duel?"
No! Of course not! Throwing the duel means I die. I'm amazed I'm alive right now.
Ariana's going to look towards Andrea and say, "Yes, we have to discuss this as a family." Andrea is going to look down for a moment. She moves to speak and is going to hold her voice. She's going to stand up, grab her tablet, put it between her arms, nod, and step in line. With that, Oro and the rest of the knights are going to start following behind Ariana as Ariana steps off of the stage.
Oh, it's also Andrea.
All right. All right. It is a pretty solemn night as the party meets back up in Zenith Rise. Hey, that's the Summit of Leagues.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Could have been better.
Oh, no, could have been better, but could have been worse. Could have been another demon attack.
And isn't it everyone who made a claim is like co-leading right now?
Yes. Everybody right now is essentially acting as the magnate for the night. There are some ultimate powers that rest with the councils until the morning. So they can't send the country to war, they can't send the army on march, and they can't say all gold forever collected shall permanently be deposited in my family's vaults. If they make any lasting decrees for the night, and their star isn't claimed, or it doesn't appear in the morning, the judiciary leagues are able to review those decrees and rule them void. All right. You know what? I wonder what it would be if it's I disband the Judiciary Committee. I'm magnate forever. Who's gonna reveal
Punch
this?
him out a window.
And they look at him like, can he do that? I don't think he can do
I
that.
don't think you can do that. No. No.
Let me check the. God damn. Do it.
All right. Does everybody find quarters to rest in the castle for the evening?
I guess so, if they'll let me.
Yeah, you guys have been given quarters before.
Look, this is pretty much our second home at this point.
I live here.
I think it's more of the Claw and Stradora are not exactly.
I'm a diplomat, damn it. If he wants
Whatever.
to kick me out of this castle, he can throw me out himself.
I mean, he can.
Yeah, he probably will.
Mario will sleep in also Andrew's room.
Fair. I don't know. You're almost a little Benedict Arnold right now. No, I'm kidding. There is one thing that I need. I need a document. I'll just open this one. This is fine.
Before we go, though, I do want to talk to Stradora.
Okay.
Stradora wants to
yeah,
talk
you
to
guys-
you.
You guys would have the space to do so. I'm just gonna say it's gonna happen as you guys are settling back in at Zenith Rise, because that just makes my life easier. But go ahead, Anthony.
Stradora.
Uh-huh.
Alexander's just going to put a hand on your shoulder and go, that was some of the funniest shit I've seen in my entire life.
But that you got great enjoyment out of my my outburst. Now remove your hand.
You don't understand. I completely agree with you.
That's nice. Remove your hand.
I do so. That man is probably one of the worst people out there right now. And the fact that he came here to shoot or to pull a stunt like this, it's beyond insane. It felt like, I don't know if there's more personal issue there, but I just want you to know I had your back on that one.
Okay, thanks.
Right. So, if everybody is laying down for the night, unless anybody else wants to do anything, I'm going to fast forward through the rest of the evening.
Where's Mechalor?
Where is Mechalor? That's a great question. I mean, Nark's gonna narc, right? He's in Oslandria's room.
Narc's gonna narc. Wow.
Okay.
When Melia goes looking for him?
I tell you, just
Okay.
search the name of an Ardorian hero.
Alright. So I'm gonna fast forward through the nights. Stradora,
Cool.
you receive a sending.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
You're aware of who's sending it. It's from Order Captain Wensley Sunstringer.
Oh, that's much better.
And she said the paperwork has been filed. 3 risen members of Elegance are on their way to Ardorian. I'll have more information to come soon. Does she have room for best wishes? She doesn't have room for best wishes. You know what? After a few seconds, you get another sending. Best wishes.
It's a waste of a slot, but it's appreciated.
It's like, that's a waste of a spell slot, but thanks.
Let's see. That's Stradora.
Wait, I get to respond to the sending.
You do.
Order may have new magnate. Update you later. Also, send larger order. Cultist threatening capital.
What?
You're the best.
All right. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. That reply has the option to send before the second sending. So the second sending I'm gonna amend is gonna say best wishes. P.S. Please prepare a report for the Risen members coming. All right. And with that, let's jump over. That was Stradora. Anderson,
Yeah?
how you doing?
Doing good.
It's a pretty rough night for you.
Oh no.
You have trouble sleeping for the evening. Each time you do, you see a each time you drift off to sleep, or for most of the time, your sleep kind of fades to black to darkness, and you drift off, and then you kind of wake up and you're somewhere else, and or you wake up and it's like the next morning. The closer you get to sleep, the more light you start seeing, and eventually in your dreams, just everything is bathed in this just brilliant bluish light. As you look around, getting up out of your dream, you look down at your skin. It's almost luminescent as this blue light is washing over everything. Looking out the window, you can see this blue light pouring in from a guiding star. You are elevated hundreds of feet over the city below. Very quickly, you realize that you are not in Ardorian. You in that you are in that weird nation of Amirian. On the floor, you can see there is a huge amount of, or there's a large amount of vials that are broken, dust everywhere, different concoctions brewing. There are 4 different spell books around, and you can see Calgaren. Both of his eyes are black with that void blackness, and he is looking through each of these, and he's just saying over and over again, I overlooked something. What was it? What was it? What was it? As he is grabbing through these different spell reagents and flipping wildly through the books. He looks back at you and he says, "Martlin, go back to sleep."
I don't know how anyone can sleep with you yelling like that. What's going on?
He is going to... Oh, hold on, wait a second, I got a book. This is the Anderson book.
Oh no! I have my own dedicated book. That can't be good.
You made sure to pack it.
Yeah, I did. All right. He's going to say. He's going to look back and say, Millis consumed 3 more mage guards. Whatever happened to her, it's getting out of control. I know I can bring it back in line. I just need the right mixture. Why didn't he show me the right mixture? As he looks down and he throws another one of these potions to the wall.
Wait, Millis? Oh god, my head. What's Millis been doing? She ate people?
He is going to chuckle and say, no, that'd be a much better end for them. At which point, Kalfir is going to turn around. He's going to cast a spell on you. You can use your reaction, I guess, if you want. But eventually, you feel yourself fall to the floor as the world starts drifting away. Go back to sleep, Martin. Martlin, I will figure it out. You slowly start to drift off into a slumber, upon which you hear the bells of celebration ringing that are going to bring you out of the slumber.
It's gonna bring me out of my dream. And it's like... No, Anderson's just gonna clutch his head. It's like, oh, why does it always hurt like this every time? Oh.
All right, everybody else.
Wait, specifically? What star was it that brought me? You mentioned that
you saw in your dream.
Yeah.
That's for Anderson to figure out. Roll me a history check on if you know the different guiding stars.
I think I do.
That was Lyra Major, the Maiden of Inspiration. That guiding star is said to inspire knowledge and brilliance. And when it appears, people, some of the greatest and most amazing things are created in Ilderon. Poetry, works of theater, works of art, sometimes plans, financial plans, legislative plans, etc., etc., etc. All right. Yeah, you wake up. Everybody else, you guys are all going to be awoken in the middle of the night. There are bells of celebration ringing throughout the city. The city itself is bathed in yellow light.
Oh, yay.
There is a...
One of them is Magnate now.
Which one is it?
Yeah, which one?
Everybody walking to look out in the sky. There's a ball of just shimmering brilliance, light falling and raining off of it, almost like snow over the city. And it is yellow. All of the sparks are just kind of fading before they touch the ground. Those of you who know the guiding stars, this is Pahersa Major, the path to happiness.
Who declared that one again? I forget.
It would have been Weston, if it was anybody.
Weston didn't declare that one.
No, Weston declared Sarchia.
Yeah, I just knew it wasn't. I just knew it wasn't Eldrix.
Wait, was it a guiding star that wasn't announced?
It was not.
Huh.
Sometimes they do that.
Is it a guiding star, or is it... The description makes it sound like it's something you can make with magic. Which alarms...
We tried to do that.
I was trying to earlier.
We tried
Yeah,
once.
They're not exactly stars. They are weird, big, magical manifestations that happen sporadically.
Okay.
All right. With that, let's see. Somewhere in the castle, you guys are going to hear Arion are just laughing. With that, the rest of the night passes uneventfully. It is the 27th of Noble. The party is. Well, let's see. Does anything else need to happen? No. Okay. The party is going to wake up. You guys stepping outside of your quarters, the diplomat's quarters that are given to you, one by one. Of the whole party is together. What do you want to do?
Well, everything turned out good.
God. Anderson's gonna kind of stumble down to the mess hall, kind of just rubbing his temples, like, oh.
You okay, Anderson?
Yeah, I'm trained and now I have 71 first level spell slots.
Oh, congratulations.
I had another. I don't know what to call these. Vision, dreams, memory.
And that this great morning.
Yeah, no, I was a guiding star for a bit, and then I came down to Calfee. He was desperately looking for something and saying he messed up.
I'm sure he did.
What was I? I was Lyra Maiden, I think.
Lyra, I think that's Lyra Major.
Oh, I thought you said Maiden.
Lyra Major. There is a Lyra Minor. It's a different star, though.
Lyra Major?
Yes.
Okay, I put it down as Maiden. I heard Maiden for some reason.
I think it's like the Maiden. Because, it's like Searchia, the Thirsting Blade, or whatever.
Yeah.
Lyra Minor is a constellation that appears during the month of Scholar. Just weird, random information that's never going to be relevant.
Never going to be relevant again. Yeah. And then he was talking about our mutual friend Maria
Millis, the Forest Witch.
Who magically ate two of the magic guards.
Yeah, makes sense. Forest Witch and all that.
Or, well, he said she didn't eat them. She did something much worse, and he told me to go back
Forest
to
Witch
tomorrow.
things.
He was talking how he lost control over her, and he was working on getting her back in line. I think he used her as some sort of tool. And apparently I was helping him with it. I don't know.
Get her. That's funny.
Apparently I knew about it.
Your dream boyfriend's funny.
I don't know. I was also, I don't know, like, Martlin in that vision was groggy, and he magically put me back to sleep and laid me back in bed, saying that he'd handle it.
Your dream boyfriend's abusive.
I don't remember anything after that. Although, weirdly enough, the thing that stood out to me the most was that I was the guiding star.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. If you ever have another one of these dreams, check in if you're able to. Try to confirm there's a guiding star at the time.
No, where was Lyra Major?
Yeah, for this one, but What about for the others?
The guiding star that we saw last night was not Lyra Major.
Yeah, no, but that's not what I mean. I mean, what if they coincide? Like these dreams of his coincide with guiding stars showing up.
Well, like, it wasn't just showing up. I was the star. It was me for a bit, and then I walked out of it.
I don't think.
Like,
Dude,
the stars are sentient or something. I don't know. Or I don't know. Maybe I wasn't in it. I was resonating with the star. I don't know. There was a hot couple seconds where like I was one with it, and then I kind of stepped out of its light.
Your dreams are getting more confusing.
Hot couple seconds and you dream with your dream boyfriend.
No, yeah, there was another hot couple seconds where he kind of put me to sleep, and then I don't know what he did with me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Scandalous.
I mean, he didn't need to drug me. I would have said yes.
See, then you had to make it uncomfortable, Anderson. How am I supposed to have fun with that?
Talk about you not having problematic relationships with the Shatterer in the past.
It doesn't really feel real, but at the same time, it feels all too real. I don't know how I feel about it.
Speaking of problematic relationships with the Shatterer, congratulations on your engagement.
Hey, I need to go get my knife back.
That's not something you can just give back after she accepted.
I'm pretty sure she has to give it back.
Yeah. Also, it's complicated.
Yeah. Isn't.
Yep. Sure. Why not? Should we go congratulate the magnate for still being magnate?
Well,
Is that appropriate?
I don't think this is kind of like a tiebreaker. What happens in these kind of situations?
I'm pretty sure tiebreakers.
Oh, go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
Pretty sure tiebreakers go to the magnate. So you pick a star. If the star shows up, you get to be magnate. If the star doesn't show up, then guess what? You're not magnate. Well, we have a magnate, so.
But her star didn't show up either.
Yeah, but in case of this happening, I think it's the incumbent that still stays.
Oh, okay.
Default is Ariana.
Does anyone have like a painkiller or like this?
Hold on.
My head's killing me.
It's a painkiller.
Can I use
Need
the
to
medicine
drug?
check to try and give him a less migraine?
Or is this like anyone got some like herbs or something, some tea, or I don't know? My head is killing me this morning.
I'm sure.
I think some people call it rockaway dust painkiller.
Well, I don't. Well,
You have a word on him? Yeah, Anderson. Lumilia is going to endow you with divine magic of Gale Song, upon which you feel invigorated.
Yeah. So is my head pain gone?
No, I'm still here.
Did you get rid of hangovers? It should work.
It's not.
It doesn't help with mental fatigue, unfortunately.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mhm.
Oh, huh. I tried.
that's why I was gonna ask
it's
him to
just
make a
like-
medicine check.
I mean, I'm really ready to go for this morning's training, except my head still is killing me.
Can I make a medicine check to try and make him something for him to drink to help with the migraine?
You know what? Never mind. I'll work it off. Just going to the training yard.
Cool.
All right.
Have fun, don't die.
Okay.
I really should be saying "Don't die" to you.
I think Anthony left for the evening to deal with his situation that he posted in your guys' chat. So I'll control Alexander for the rest of the evening unless he comes back. And Anthony, if you watch this later, I really do hope that works out for you. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, so let's see. Lumilia went to find
Also, Andrea.
Andrea. Is anybody joining her?
Claw will.
Thank you.
Hey.
Sure, I guess I'll tag along.
Hey. Okay. I'm going to move Alexander with you guys too. I'm going to assume Kenneth's going too, or was there something else on the?
Yeah, I have got nothing else better to do.
Alrighty. So, the party minus Anderson.
I have to
is
see
going
this ship
to-
sink.
Oh,
the party minus Anderson is going to go or head towards Oswandria's room, stepping inside, or rather outside the door. You guys can, or other, let's see, is the door open? Actually, okay, so outside the door, Jalkin, Flonk, and Oro are standing there at attention. At which point, Jalkin's going to say, the magnate requested a private moment with their daughter. Oro's going to shake his head and say, no, Oswandria would want them there for this. He's going to push open the door and say, go ahead, as the party steps into the room.
Should I be
Then-
concerned? Should I leave?
No.
Oswandria, as you guys step into the room, Oswandria has a big smile on her face, almost crying, as Ariana is going to turn and look and say, I requested, she looks back at the party stepping in. She was going to say, I was just telling Oswandria, all of this time I prioritized her safety and my nation's safety, and it's the stars' will that I shift that priority to her happiness. She's getting older now, and I can't expect her not to grow with wisdom. I was just telling her I'm not going to keep her on such a tight leash. That said, I will still expect you to check in daily with the nights I have assigned for you. Any place you travel to, I would like at least one guard battalion stationed there for you. With that, I trust that your friends can be a good moral compass for you to grow on. Or grow with.
Try to keep a straight face while she says that.
I'm an upstanding citizen.
I feel like I need to make some sort of check to see if I start laughing.
A great influence. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm a.
Maybe not Lamilia.
Yeah, no, I'm a terrible influence. I lived in a temple until a month ago.
Ariana is going to walk up to Lamilia, hold both of Lamilia's hands, and say, now we walk guided by the path to happiness. With that, I hope that both of you can find it.
About that, I'd like to formally apologize for offering my oath plate in such an informal setting. I hope you can understand it was politically motivated.
You can see this dice roll. Ariana is going to say, I can see that, but I've instructed Oswandria explicitly not to accept matters like this for political motivations. And I'm assuming you had a good reason beyond just the honor duel that you said yes.
No, it was just the honor duel.
Good. Princesses don't lie. But good princesses don't disappoint their mothers, giving them more freedom. And Asuandria is going to say, no, I think Lumilia's a suitable candidate, but the honor duel was very advantageous at the moment.
Rush.
You'll find with your father, sometimes we make mistakes, but those mistakes can turn out to be some of the best decisions we've ever made.
Can
Can
we hold up a second? Because that mistake is Alexandria.
I like guys.
I mean, she did just say that the mistake was the greatest thing she ever made, so I think it's supposed to be a compliment.
Oh crap. I like guys.
That's a deception.
Ariana is putting up her hand and saying, I have far too many matters to attend to today. In any case, I'm not going to get involved in the squabbles of a teen romance. With that, we walk by the path of happiness. Asuandria, you'll be delivered your Sindine stones later today. Asuandria is going to nod. At which case, in any time Reyna schedules a lesson, I expect you back inside of the castle. She nods enthusiastically. Ariana is going to out of the magnate's quarters. Or not the magnate's quarters, Asuandria's room. Asuandria is going to be bright red, and she's going to mouth towards Lumilia very stealthily in your direction.
I'm gonna just nod and be like, okay.
Do I read what she says? Because remember, I can read lips.
Roll me a perception check. Oh,
My
wait,
password is 21.
Yeah, you guys would be behind Lumilia. Yeah, it's a perception check for anybody to understand what she said. But as far as Claw is concerned, I lied. I don't like you like that. I'm so sorry.
Look, when the magnate left, I wanted to say, but I have to deal with this teenage bullshit.
But I have teenage bullshit.
What about Kenneth?
All right. Otherwise, you guys are left alone with Asuandria. There's a knock outside on the door, and Jalkin's gonna say, I'm just down the hall if you need me, princess.
Also, Andrea, rest assured, I don't like you that way either. For appearance's sake, do you mind keeping my oath blade for a while, and then we can call it off based on a mutual agreement we wouldn't make a good couple?
Asuandria is going to nod and say, I think that would be for the best.
Yeah.
You need to make it look
you killed last night.
Thank you.
Well, that ends well.
Mechalor is up on the bookshelf. He is there. He's watching all of this.
Hi, Mechalor.
Mechalor the Nard.
Yeah, Mechalor will raise his wings and say, hello, young princesses. And Kenneth.
Looks at Claw.
Claw's a princess.
Wait.
He's got the magical ability to commune with animals.
Oh my god, he does.
He's only one forest song away. I'm kidding, by the way.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I'm not the one singing the song. That's Mango.
Yeah. Asuandria is going to put her arms out and say, I can travel! Professor
Yay!
Victor appeared last night.
Yay!
Great.
I mean, I still have to communicate my plans to them well in advance, but...
You should do that anyway.
I would say, like, that it's a small price to pay. I'm not here. Never mind.
Yeah, see, sometimes you go without communicating with your parents or, authority figures for a while, and They suddenly learn about a cultist attack and they panic and make you fill out forms.
What did you do?
Bureaucratic forms are how we express love in Alona, guys, so that's fine.
Oh, I'm assuming you reported what happened.
Winsley sent me a sending and I felt it was inappropriate. Good princesses don't lie.
Huh.
It's
Good.
weird coming out of your mouth.
So, does that mean that you're gonna travel out to this thing Eshes was talking about?
That's another thing. Yeah. How far does this freedom extend? Because I think the Magnate wanted to send like a bunch of knights with you, Mechalor, the head. I forgot.
Reyna.
Reyna. I forgot what Reyna was. The head diviner. Like, what is it? A battalion.
She is going to shake her head and say, "No, won't be traveling with a whole entourage. Just whatever city we go to, she'll just station or she'll station a detachment of the Royal Army there. But I mean, it's not like they'll be following us every step of the way."
You do know that some of the places that we have to go to are not even in Ardor, right?
Anything happens.
Definitely.
Okay, I'll get
She's going to nod and say, "Well, anyways, for Eschis's quest, I mean, it's a demi-plane. It could literally be right here as soon as we open the door."
Could be.
Not.
Yeah.
Oh. Andrea is going to turn to Stradora and say, "You left so quick last night. When my uncle showed up. Yeah, we really don't talk about him."
Yeah. No, that's fine.
It's a Bertov way. We don't talk about people that we don't like.
You guys don't talk about much, do you?
That's a percentage die.
Let's not talk about it.
She's gonna say, "Well, I mean, I've been trying to catch up with my father as much as I could, and my mother and I are almost always together, but the substance of our conversations don't hold much weight." Anyways, he, from one perspective, betrayed our country. From another, just did his job. In either case, it's nice to know that I'm not the black sheep of the family.
All things.
Speaking of him, he's not still here, is he?
She's going to shrug and say, "I don't know. I woke up with my mother and her knight's knocking on my door."
Shall we breakfast then?
Yes, we shall.
Yes, the first breakfast of your begrudging engagement.
Yeah, Asandra is gonna walk to her nightstand, pick up this golden butter knife.
It's not a butter knife, it's a cooking knife.
Oh yeah, this golden cooking knife, and she is going to just like look and say, "How am I supposed to display this?" She's walking around with the knife. Let's see.
On the side of your waist that declares that you're engaged.
Right, you can just kind of hold it.
It does Lumilia have one? I'll say it's a part of your cooking
With a
utensils.
nice cooking utensil, you should. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah.
Get her the proper sheath and belt at her side, and it's like a dagger, basically. A weird dagger.
Is that a steak knife? No, it's an oath blade. Who made that for you? Did they even care? Yes, they cared.
Yeah, they care. They're a chef, okay? Like, not.
All right.
It was meaningful to them.
You guys are able to go down to the. There it goes. Yeah, that's perfect. Everybody check media sharing.
Yes, that's basically what I gave her.
All right. Everybody is able to go down to the breakfast hall. And if you guys don't mind me fast forwarding, you guys are able to eat in a few moments of Oswandria is delivered two sets of sending stones. After which the same servants come back at the end of your meal. They kneel down and say, "Your Oathblade, as you requested, Your Grace," and hand Oswandria a very large and elaborate bejeweled golden blade.
Wow, impressive. They managed to keep a straight face while giving it to her.
Mine's more memorable.
Yeah, it's the Oathblade that Fian Ira Alla gifted Oswandria. And as I researched this, gold is extremely heavy. That's not the right die.
And it's not heat resistant at all.
Well, yeah, but you make these weapons ornate. They've long since lost their tradition of actually
Mine
killing
was for
stuff
cooking.
with them.
It's one of the other reasons that I'm not
I'm
big
sorry,
into
you have a
Earthquake
gold
nonsense.
knife for cooking?
She was using
That's
her...
so impractical. It's like one of the softest metals. You could literally bite it off.
Some of them are gold. You're supposed to craft them yourself. There's
Yeah,
a whole
I just ignored
industry.
That one. I know about
Yeah,
that.
just like wedding rings, where it's just like other people craft and make these super fancy things.
I conveniently forgot about it.
Yeah, Oswandria can't lift this great sword.
Can I lift the great sword?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for it. Gold is a very, very heavy alloy. As I was like reading about it, so yeah, it's a bulky thing. You lift the sword. It is decorated with serpents winding around the hilt of the blade, holding the blade portion together. Along the center of the blade, there are different gemstones encrusted in it in a alternating pattern up to about a third of the way through the length of the blade. And then finally, there's a serpent going down the handle, and its mouth is wrapped around a ruby.
Well, it's certainly obnoxious.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Mine's more memorable.
So Oswandria has Lumilia's Oathblade. Stradora now has Oswandria's Oathblade. It's just a happy party.
I just realized I now have an oath blade.
I was thinking the same thing.
You can now pretend that you don't.
That's so vaguely threatening.
Coming around the corner, Kenneth.
It's like, oh my god, Stadora, you actually accepted one?
Well, no, it's to get her to carry one.
Alright, so I'm in a different time zone, guys. And I don't know how late we normally play to.
We usually play till
Here.
like midnight.
We usually go to about 10. Ish.
Okay, what time is it for you guys? 9?
It's 9.
Yeah.
That's about everything I had planned for tonight, but I'm good to keep DMing. From this point, it's I was planning to give you guys a little bit of freedom. Do you guys want to travel? Oh, and I guess this discussion can happen in character, actually, then.
I guess, like, do you come get me from, like, the training yard?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
assuming
we'll
after
group
you
up.
get done, like working out for the morning, you come eat breakfast.
Oh. So, holding this obnoxious greatsword?
Yeah. Yeah.
Teenager.
No, it's not even. It's not even that. It's just, how do you expect? You want somebody to wear this on their hip?
I don't
Like,
think,
how
I think
thick does she think Osandria is?
they probably just read up on the culture and thought, let's make the most ornate, biggest, best
Ornate, biggest-
thing.
No, because she at some point probably went, any more gold, and it's the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
You know,
we're having
full
this
disclosure,
contest.
if anyone proposed to me with a realistic model of the Buster Sword, in real life, I would instantly say yes.
Anyways, I assume that Osandria literally can't support this on her frail demon structure. I'm going to put it on my back, and then I'm shifting my sword to whatever hip says I'm married.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right.
Damn it.
Oh my gosh, are you about to wield 2 great swords?
No, I have a long sword.
Oh, you have a long.
Also, hell yeah, I'm wielding this thing. It's obnoxious as fuck and does 2d6.
We're returning.
I've leveled up via co-opting somebody else's marriage.
We're
You
returning
just
that.
took over someone else's It's I know how to get people to stop asking, just puts it to, says married. You know what you are? You're the woman who refuses to get married, so she bought, a fake engagement ring for herself.
All right. Aswandra is going to speak up as you guys are eating, and say, so for I think we should return this Oathblade, or we can go after Esh's quests. In either case, do we want to teleport or walk there?
I would like to mention that I am shirtless. I basically just came back from the trading yard.
We could teleport out to the demon lady, return the Oathblade, and then go on foot from there into Ilderon, since she lives on the border anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, but
do you
see,
say
the thing
in
is that
character? Okay.
Esh's fountain is in Alien.
No geography?
Well, if we went on foot, we'd most likely have to go through a little guy to get there, but my point was just,
It's gonna take days.
in terms of the 2 locales that you've stated, it actually makes more sense to do those things in reverse. We could walk to Demon's Door, no problem. It's a province of Ardor. Whereas, we should probably teleport to Alien.
Questions. Let me cook.
It's we can walk to David's Door. It's not that far. The other one, that's a whole nation apart.
Guys, it'll be good for Osirandria to travel. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
This is fine.
Yeah, okay, I admit, I just want to cook for y'all in the forest.
I mean, cool.
But
Does it have to be in the forest? Because, you literally could just go into the kitchen and tell him, hey, I'm taking over.
we died in that kitchen. I don't want to.
More than one.
She almost drowned in mushroom chowder, so...
Mechalor is going to raise his wings and say, it was amaranth soup.
Thank you, Mechalor. At least you know.
Unfortunate, it was spoiled.
It had... Yeah, no, someone added too much, taste of... I can't even say it with a straight face.
Too much hair got in the soup.
Too much you got in the soup.
Excuse me, waiter. There's a Lumilia.
There's a Lumilia in my soup. And I do not appreciate it.
All right. So the proposition was proposed that you guys teleport to Demon's Door, walk to Alyan, and then inversely teleport to Alyan, walk to Demon's Door.
I'd say walk to Demon's Door, teleport to Alien.
I'd say we ask Osirandria.
Wait, so Jackal, you realize you just proposed a third method of travel that's the most irrational of the three out there. Reyna is here at the castle, so she can teleport you anywhere from the castle out. Walking to Demon's Door and then teleporting to Alyan means you guys walk to Demon's Door. Reyna teleports to Demon's Door and then teleports you guys to Alyan.
Okay, I'm changing my one. I think you're right. We should teleport to Alyan and then travel back and then go through Demon's Door on the way. That makes sense. Because then it's on the return journey. But we still get travel time.
Yeah. So now are you abandoning your other one? Because now we have 4 options.
Proposal.
Okay. All right.
We're doing a lot of proposals.
Or we don't teleport at all. We take a riverboat down to Alyan, and then we walk ourselves back to Demon's Door.
We abandon all of those.
It's just like, how much is it to rent an airship?
What are airships?
How much is it to ride an airship? There's an airship captain here in Ardorian that you don't know how much it is off the top of your head, though.
It's just like, are there discounts for royalty? Because we got 2.
That's not something I can tell you or your character would have knowledge of.
I'm just joking. I was not being serious with the airship.
Okay. Yeah, airships are a relatively new thing in Ilderon, so yeah, not even like history checking you guys for that one.
What are the chances that Stadora's dad would be the one piloting the boat?
Moving a boat through the air is heresy.
No, not the riverboat.
Slim to none. Roman's a stay-at-home dad. That's his profession. Sailing is his hobby.
An honorable profession.
Also, sailing through the air is heresy?
If man were meant to fly through the air, God would have given him wings.
Oh my god, you're one of those people.
Which one?
There's a spell for that.
There's
My dad had
also
wings
Yes,
for a
a
while.
spell for that. There's an arcane twisting of...
there's
natural order
There's
of
a race that can fly. There's also
Yeah.
a race that
I'm not human, so... Or it's like, I'm human. I'm not an Aarakocra. Also, they're extinct. They're
No,
probably...
I was
as the
referring
world
to
returned to its natural order.
I was referring to Asimar. They can fly.
That's unfortunate. Poor Rob.
Stradora,
Yeah,
when you get a minute, can I talk to you in private?
sure.
Thank you.
Stradora and Alexander walk off.
Yeah, I mean, I have a minute, so...
Okay. I'll handle you guys right now because I don't have a lot going on with the rest of the party.
Stradora, you don't like me very much, do you?
I don't like any of you very much.
I get the feeling you like me probably the least.
No, that's not true at all.
I just got that feeling after yesterday. I want
What,
you to
'cause
know.
What, because I told you to take your hand off my shoulder?
No,
I don't
it's
like
just,
being touched.
it was more of you seemed more cold with me yesterday than, well, in general.
Is this about agreeing with Reyna?
No. I don't think you were wrong in that situation, but at the same time, I don't think I was wrong. It's one of those things, I don't think there is a wrong. You understand?
I guess.
I just want you to know, and you said it yourself, you really don't like any of us that much. We do consider you a friend, or at least I do.
Thanks, I guess.
I just don't want there to be any hard feelings between us, especially if we're going to be traveling such distances together.
I mean, there aren't.
And I meant when I said you were completely right about that man, and I had your back if anything happened. No questions asked.
Appreciated.
So you take this whole situation.
What situation?
Aussie getting some extra freedom and traveling out to Demon's Door and all of this.
Cool. I mean, it's nice that maybe I can actually, potentially solve this whole, world-ending calamity nonsense.
Sure. Do you think this will work?
What, going to this fountain?
Yeah.
No. I don't think there's any curing Aussie.
Do you think that's just is pulling our leg?
No. I don't think that at all. I think he's absolutely serious about his desire to assist us.
It's just may not be the assistance we were expecting.
Yeah. I think his plan is to run her through the paces to figure out if she's worth teaching, or if she's worth teaching how to control that darkness inside of her. I don't think there's any fixing it.
But that may in itself be one of the better options. If you truly think there's no curing her of this, then at least if she's able to control it, then there's no issues. Correct?
Yep.
You seem still skeptical of the whole thing. Do you think Aussie can do it?
I'm not convinced I'm ever going to leave this city to find out. I'm thinking of buying a house.
Settling down with my girlfriend and her wife.
No. We're leaving. And actually, if I can be honest with you, the reason I didn't step in last night for also Andrea's honor duel thing is because, say her star was called, do you think she'd actually be able to leave at that point?
Sure, she's magnate.
You think the magnate can
Well,
just
I'm
go
the
off
perfect choice.
to Alyan for some random shit like this?
Yeah. Why not?
All right. Is Alexander and Stradora going to start walking back towards the party?
Yeah, I mean, if we're done here.
Yeah.
Okay. While this is happening, Jackaloronis!
Hello.
So you are just having a good time chit-chatting with your friends, and you are talking back and forth with everybody, and you look up at Andrea, and you see one of her black hairs fall off of her head. Not so much as fall, but think of like if the bottom of the hair was like attached to that point in the air, and the follicle of the hair that attaches it to the head, it just kind of falls and pivots around that point in the air. Another one does this, and another one does this, and another, until you realize that these aren't strands of hair. These seem to be almost... these black strands seem to be pieces of her that are unraveling. And to the point where you see this almost maddening helix of circular unraveled coils of these black strands that have become her figure, almost just vaguely humanoid. As you watch this for, maybe 10 or so seconds, closing your eyes and opening them, Andrea seems completely normal in front of you.
Am I having a fever dream? Like, what? What? That's not funny.
Can we come back to this?
Are you okay,
Yeah.
Anderson?
You seem more thick in the head than normal. Did you miss me that much?
No. Am I still dreaming? Is this real?
I mean,
You
I've been
only-
called a dream before, but no, you're awake.
Claw's gonna lean forward and pinch him on the shoulder.
I've never had a vision while I was still awake.
Oh, good. Your tenuous grasp on reality is starting to loosen.
I don't know. I just kind of saw, or I kind of look around. It's like, mental link, Alexander. Alexander.
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on?
I'm mental linking you. Do you accept?
Do you accept the charges?
Yeah, I've had this happen with you before.
Okay. Yeah. No. So this is just to you, but I basically just tell you. So I just watched. While sitting here, I just watched Andrea. Dark powers begin to unravel her and take a new form. I don't know how to convey this without causing everyone to panic.
I don't like that you're rolling. I don't like that you're rolling.
Hey, Aussie.
Andrea's gonna look up at you.
I really don't understand a lot of... I'm still learning when it comes to arcane stuff. Mind going out with me to the courtyard and showing me some of your spells you know? Just so I can get a better grasp.
She's
It can be low ones that, don't burn a lot of your power. I know that's a factor, I guess.
she's going to nod and say yes. And she picks up the glass of water from your breakfast, and she's going to turn to Lamilia and say, "It's for the whiskers." And she's going to throw it in Lamilia's face and say, "I can't believe you would even suggest something like that." As she leaves the table.
Wait, what?
Vaguely offended and leave.
I'll follow behind, and as I'm going,
Bottle
I'll
will
just
come
kind of
as well. Okay.
And grab him and pull him after me and storm off.
Wait, who you pull with you?
Claw.
Oh, okay.
I will, as I'm leaving, I'll throw a sign up to Anderson, so let him know he can go ahead.
Right, so I was we were just kind of chatting, and I kind of watched as Oswandria's dark power began to quite literally unravel her and take a new form that wasn't like, it was still humanoid but not human, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, sure.
But I basically literally watched it unravel her and remake her in a new form that wasn't her anymore.
I think we need to speed up this whole finding the fountain thing.
No, you don't think.
It's like, maybe we should teleport to the fountain just first thing.
Yeah. Sooner Aussie gets control of this, the better.
I mean, from what I've seen, like, Calfear did... I mean, like, it started off slow and it built up speed the more he went into it. The more he indulged in it, the less he seemed like my cute classmate and more, well, what he became.
Well, Aussie's not exactly indulging in the deep, dark secrets.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But, like, I mean, has she really tapped into it yet?
Honey, his ear was just like vibrating.
Not as far as we know.
Did you just refer to the Shatter as your cute classmate?
I mean, that's what he was before he became the Shatterer. What do you want me to say?
We want you to say you're gay.
I'm pretty sure he admitted to that already.
I said I was confused on my sexuality. Because, like, I'm into both guys and girls, and I don't know how I feel about that.
That's fair.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just attracted to strong characters. I mean, Calfee always walked around like he, he knew what he was doing. He always stood behind what he thought and what he did.
I can get that. Unfortunately, the choice is pretty bad.
I mean, I guess I'm just attracted to people with a strong personality. I don't know what to say.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, teleporting first.
All right. So I'm assuming the party's going to collect Anderson, Oswandria, and head to the diviner's quarters.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we're all packed up before we. Let's go let her know, and let's pack up and have them bring their bodyguards or whatever it is.
Wait. Did Lumilian Claw leave that area, or were we part of that conversation? I thought I was dragged off somewhere.
Conversation.
Huh?
Kind of left.
Yeah.
Oswandria threw a glass of water in Amelia's face to start putting the airs of whispers on your guys' fake relationship.
Yeah, you know that trope of like characters pretend a relationship and then fall in love? I feel like we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna fake our relationship and I'm gonna hate her at the end.
Yeah, okay. Claude did want to mention something to Lamilia, if that's okay, before.
Yeah, you guys have a moment before.
Guys.
Huh?
I gotta jump out of the call for a few minutes. I have to make a important call in regards to Thor, so I'll be right back.
Alright.
Okay. So we get dragged off. Claude's gonna look around to see anybody within earshot.
Of earshot of you guys.
When
let me.
Lamilia drags us.
Yeah. The feast hall isn't. The feast hall isn't very full right now. Most of the time, you guys are dining in that noble slot where the important people are eating. Immediate earshot? Nah, you're good.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't want to go alone.
No, that's fair. Although I feel like I can at least trust you with my real name, considering it's something my dad told me that I should do only with people that I actually trust. It helps him and the rest of my family distinguish people that just know us than those that we can actually share well. He'll kind of tug slightly at the mask.
I'm honored, but isn't Claw your name?
Nope, Mordecai.
Oh,
Mordecai Estrai.
that's so cool.
Thank you. Well, I felt like you at least deserved it. Alexander already knows that since we kind of grew up together, but everybody else I haven't decided whether or not it's fitting to tell them yet or not, so at least in public still I would prefer it if you heard the Claw, but I felt like you at least deserve to know that.
Thank you. I don't know what I can do in return. You've saved my life and now you've trusted me with your name. He wants me to offer an oath blade.
Oh boy, that would be entertaining as hell.
I'm very gay. Maybe.
I know. My sister has a better chance if Claw dies. But it's fine. As I stated, I felt like you deserved to know it. Those of close friends and family know it. So it's something that my dad's side of the family does more than my mother. So not everyone does. Not every Malamar does it.
Thank you. Mordecai suits you.
I'm just glad that my uncle doesn't. I'm just glad you haven't met my uncle, because everybody wouldn't realize that he likes to shorten my real name to Morty.
One. You have a lot of uncles.
Dumont.
Ah, I don't know.
The legendary hero of Ardor. Okay.
He's written a few books. That's the memoirs of Shafe Dumont, I think is what it's titled. Just know if he starts calling me Morty, I am biting my mask because I hate that nickname.
I'll hit him with it for you.
Good luck.
I'll light him on fire for you. That's easy.
That might be easier. He'll give her a hug and then say, we should probably head back.
Yeah, I'd say this is a suitable amount of time for me to be angry at my budding relationship falling apart.
Exactly. And then we'll join the
I
party.
hear about Oh no.
Oh, I gotta do the freeing check.
Oh
The
no!
last most important one.
Did
Alright.
Freen see me get splashed in the water?
Alright, so the party is going to recoup, come back together, collect Aswindria, collect Alexander, collect Amelia Claw, head to Reyna's quarters. Reyna, is she engaged in anything important right now? Reyna is. Oh, that I need to do. Reyna, as you guys step into the diviner's quarters, there are going to be 3 people. Or no, actually, there's going to be one new person in here. We're just going to do one right now. As you step into the quarters, Reyna has a new person here that she is sitting down and talking to.
If it's Freen, I'm gonna riot.
If it's free, you riot. Good to know. It's a woman, but none of the party recognizes her. As the whole party walks in, Reyna's going to turn and look at you guys and say, I received the news of the magnate's plans last night. And I knew it would only be a matter of time before you came here. I suppose you want me to take you to Alyan. Austria is going to nod. And she's going to say, yes, I've already divined on several towns outside of the Alyan forest. I've contacted some Shadow Knights that roam the area in northern Ililmagai. I can take us there in a minute. But I'd like to introduce you to somebody. This is Croelli. She's going to be taking your place here. We'll be functioning as our mind, our diviner of the mind. Asuandria's mouth is going to drop a little bit in surprise. Reyna's going to say, don't feel like you're being completely replaced. I'm moving you to be one of our field diviners. You'll get to move about the world. In any case, though, I'll be sticking by your side while we're in Alyan. At that,
Wait, Reyna's going to be with us? Like,
who's
she'll stay
teleporting
with
you?
us. I mean, I know that, but she's going to stay there?
Do you ask that out loud?
Yeah.
Reyna is going to say, I have quite a few responsibilities that call me here in the capital, but my magnate's commands are my ultimate orders. As far as permanently, I won't be babysitting you guys indefinitely into the future. If you prove yourselves capable, perhaps I can give you even more freedom.
Okay, good. The cat.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
Without its divine.
She's going to look at Corelli and say, we'll be in contact. For now, go get your things and you can move them into the extra office inside of the quarters. The woman's going to nod and say, thank you, Your Grace. Standing up and walking out of the quarters. All right. With everybody here, we got a full squad for teleporting. Reyna's going to look around. Is there any last thing anybody wants to do?
I don't have time to say goodbye to my life.
Oof. You know what? Reyna is going to give everybody a small satchel and say, in case we get separated and you need to find your way back, a little money for the road. Everybody can add 1 loot point to their character sheet.
What's your character sheet?
A loot point. Reyna gives you a valuable knickknack item or gold or things of that you might need in case you get separated on the road. You get 1 loot point.
Yay!
Yay!
Now I have 5.
No,
I'm still working on the loot point table, BT dubs. So
how many?
don't worry about spending it just yet.
Anyway, we finally level up. How much XP?
Alright, so the teleportation table.
That doesn't sound like XP.
We're not done yet, Jackal.
Everybody's most fun.
Let's roll a mishap. Let's end up in Red Axe.
Actually, somebody roll me a D2 on roll 20. Flash R space 1D2.
Oh.
All right. Hold on, wait. I gotta set parameters. Okay, so Reyna, as you guys join hands, she is going to say the village we're heading to. It's a place called River's Echo. It's well south of Berlin, but it's a good place for expeditions into the Alien Forest. Some of the safest, most well-guarded parts of it. If there's information to be found, the inhabitants of that town will know it. At which case, she takes and teleports, casting the spell. The laws and fabric of reality are warped, twisted, and eventually ripped as everybody is pulled and blinked out of existence. You guys feel yourselves traveling through a void of emptiness before you feel reality itself reconstituting around you guys. You guys begin to spiral around. As you do, everybody is going to shift. At which point, everybody give me a strength saving throw to hold on to each other's hands.
Okay, Brandon,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I have to go. I have to take my dog to an emergency vet, like right now.
Okay. Yeah. Get him there. Get him there.
Go, I hope he's okay.
Yeah. I'll message you
He's
after
throwing
the
up
session.
blood.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. Get him there. Get him there. I will message you after the session. And I'll control Alexander for the night.
All right,
I
I'm
hope-
sorry.
I thought things were well. No, it's all good, Anthony.
Go.
Go.
All right.
Quick question: does Mango have to hold on to, or are you just ruling that she's always going to be with Claude no matter what?
Roll me one for Mango.
Okay, I wanted to double check that. Strength saving throw. This one's for Mango. That's not with advantage, so it's a 19.
right. Yeah, Mango clings to Claw.
I don't know if I cling on to or if I'm holding on to.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry, Mango doesn't get separated from Claw. Claw, on the other hand.
Scattered
Alright.
to the four corners of the
Oh
planet.
my God. Yeah, let's
I was say, this is not. This does not look good for us.
all right. Let's get some cool music going. Oh well, no, this is fine. This is fine. All right. So, Lumilia, your grip slips on Kenneth's hand. Kenneth isn't able to hold on to you as you go twirling into the ether. Kenneth, your grip slips on Stradora's hand. Stradora is able to hang on to you and Asuandria. Asuandria is not able to hold on to. Where's Claw's check? Asuandria is not able to hold on to Claw.
It doesn't sound like any of us held on.
Claw is going to go spiraling off. Claw is not able to hold on to Anderson, who is not able to hold on to Alexander, who is not able to hold on to Reyna. You see Mechalor cling to Reyna as you guys all fade to darkness. One by one by one by one by wait, one by one by one by one by one. But wait, no, 1 by 3 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 2. You guys slump onto the ground, just one after another. You are in the middle of the forest. In the edge, you can see a path that leads out of the forest, presumably to the town. As you guys get up and brush yourselves off, Reyna is going to say, "Oh, it is not supposed to be that rough. Is everybody okay?"
Oh!
Like being spawned all over again.
A bit dizzy. Oh, I thought going through a tree was disorienting.
I'm fine. Jorah, you can let go of my arm, please.
Claw is going to use his speak with animals thing and ask Mango how she's feeling.
Ask Mango?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Mango how is she holding up.
Oh, I forgot about Mango. 1 by 3 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 2. Mango flops down on top of you.
No, Mango held on to me. So.
Oh yeah, she did. Okay, never mind. By 2 then. Mango, as you ask her, Mango is going to say, it's going to hiss and say, old wood is good.
Okay. I think she'll be fine.
Alright. Also, Andrea stands up, dusts herself off, looking towards Reyna. Reyna's going to nod in the direction of the town and say, alright, River's Watch. It's just that way. I think we should head into town. The most important thing would be collecting information and seeing if anybody knows about this fountain.
Claw will nod, trying to help anybody who's trying to keep balance. Will help anybody else trying to keep their balance.
Are we like separated, or is it just like a rough landing?
It was a rough landing.
Okay.
Does anyone need healing, by the way?
Emotional or physical?
We already found out I don't do mental.
Yeah,
I'm
so
figuring out therapy training in Ilderon.
fair enough. I think we're all physically fine. Just a little bit shaken up. Probably kind of the traveling by boot, if anybody's seen that version of Harry Potter. What a first.
To be born for me.
Fair.
All right, heading down this path, you guys come to a pretty nice, quaint town. As soon as the forest starts to thin, you can see there is a area that has started to log next to this forest, and a lumber mill that is running right on this gentle stream heading eastward. are heading westward from here. The town itself is a collection of no more than maybe 10 different buildings that you see at an immediate glance. A couple of them taller than the rest, built of stone and thatch roofs. You can see that the forests at one point did occupy this town, but enough of it's been kind of like cut down, and so much that the town is establishing a place here and kind of building around it. Reyna is going to say, all right, we're here on Ashis's directive, looking for a fountain that supposedly can cure any ailment. Where do you to look first? She looks towards the party.
Logic would dictate look for information where the most people gather. Is there like an inn or something?
Yeah, looking at these buildings around, not only is there an inn, there seems to be a stable here too, for travelers coming in and out of this place. In addition to the inn looks like there is a hovel where the workers of the lumber mill might be staying at. Right next to the lumber mill, there's a large building with 4 doors on the first floor and a second floor. It looks like a residence. Any of those 3 places would probably be where people in this town congregate.
I feel like an inn would get the most variety of individuals in terms of our chances of getting information. Either that or the workers that are getting wood from the forest might have heard something from some weird thing, so either one of those locations is my vote. Claw will look towards the rest of the party.
As you guys go in and talk to people, be on your guard and keep your defenses up. I am going to set up some wards that are going to prevent other people from teleporting here and on top of us, should any of us be scryed or divined on.
All right.
Reyna's going to nod. She'll raise her arm. Mekalor will hop off of it and fly towards the party.
Yes. Claw will offer an arm or shoulder if Mekalor is looking for a place to perch. If not, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I guess we can ask around, see if anybody's heard anything. Otherwise, I would look in wherever the exact opposite place you would think a fountain would be.
Like the middle of a forest?
No, a fountain makes sense in the middle of the forest. It's rich in tree life, so the water source makes sense.
Oh, so head towards the closest thing to a desert.
Yeah.
Darken Vale it is.
Literally the other side of the world. Hold on. For the viewers, let me draw where you guys are at. For the viewers, you guys are somewhere right here. Where the players just suggested going is literally right there. All right. Do you guys want to stop here for the night, or do you want to keep going? Normally, we go for I think like 30 more minutes.
I'm fine stopping here. I got work in the.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop.
Okay. Yeah. I've had a slower session than this planned for you guys. The content I prepared ran out like an hour ago, so pretty nice, chill, laid back session. You guys have begun looking for Estes' quest, and we will see.
Chilled and laid back, sure.
Yeah, chilled and laid back.
As far as experience goes for tonight, oh, did I get all of my dice out of your box? Okay, cool. As far as experience goes for tonight, let's see. Lumilia stayed engaged. Alessandra has her free. Oh, you know what? There was a moment tonight. Kenneth, without prompting, used the word incumbent in a sentence, and I said if nothing more epic than that happened tonight, I was going to give him inspiration for that. I made a mental note of it to myself.
I already have two.
Yeah. So for tonight,
You're too good.
You guys started the Oathblade quest. You are traveling. You left the castle, and you've started Estes' quest. And I don't know if I should give experience to Lumilia.
For faking relationship problems?
Yeah, because I mean, you technically failed that RP encounter because you're still engaged to her.
Yeah, but we came up with a plan to be disengaged without
Fair. I'll
causing
give
social
you.
problems.
I'll give you experience for that.
And I came up with that, so I'm proud.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say 1,200 experience for tonight. Anderson's personal story.
A dream.
Yeah, good job.
The dream.
And deciphering the information. I'm going to say 1,600 experience for tonight.
Woo!
And as far as inspiration goes, definitely Kenneth and Stradora.
So wait, I was a guiding star for a hot second?
Not necessarily.
Or did I walk through one?
Yeah, not necessarily, but mostly everything else you're pretty on point for.
1,600?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kenneth, you have 2 inspirations already, so you're set. Rob, do you want me to roll or do you want normal inspiration?
Yeah, just roll for it.
Alrighty, and let's see, where are the macros?
Also, now Lumilia knows. Now Brandon can mess up with the Mordecai thing, and at least
Yes, a prayer for chaos.
now Brandon can actually mess up with the Mordecai thing, and the viewers can actually understand who the hell Mordecai is.
Yeah, my claw card is Mordecai Claw Esterai, so like every
Yep.
time I'm sorting up the party, I'm just like, okay, Alexander, Anderson, wait, oh.
Right.
All right, your guys' next session, let's do that, is going to be the 15th of August. I might be back. I don't know where I'll be for that. Should go off without a hitch, though. I'm getting more used
we
to
leveled
streaming
up.
on my laptop.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're level